Hi friends, very good morning to all of you and welcome to YA Educational Academy. Right friends, in this session I am going to discuss the 8th class NCERT book Social Sciences first chapter, that is resources. Friends, before going into the chapter I want to discuss some things with you. First thing is the NCERT books are self-explanatory. I mean all the things are written in a way that they explain themselves. So I'll go into discussion wherever it is really needed. Okay friends, and as you all know, the NCERT books always remain relevant for the civil services examination, especially for the prelims examination. So in this context, I'll try to cover all the NCERT books from 8th to 12th class before the examination, and I'm going to cover them in a in a quicker way. So we can say it as quick reading of NCERT books. Friends, I hope this session will help you really, and let's see, let's try and see whether we can complete the all NCERT books within the before the examination commences. Right friends, the first chapter is resources. Friends, here with an anecdote, the children are trying to know the meaning of resources and what are the uses of resources. Friends, water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetable, and textbooks have something in common. What is that? That is, they have utility. Friends, utility or usability is what makes an object or a substance a resource. So what is a resource? Resource has some utility, right friends? Apart from that, all resources have some value also. So a resource has a utility, and a resource has some value also. Right friends, value means worth, and some resources have economic value and some do not. Right friends, for example, metals may have an economic value, a beautiful landscape may not, but both are important and satisfy human needs. So in this way, some utilities have economic value, we can measure them in financial terms, and some do not have economic value, we cannot measure their value in economic terms. Right friends, some resources can become economically valuable with time. So here an example has been given, the kitchen tips of a grandmother. Now they have, in the past they do not have any economic, we cannot measure them in the economic terms, but in the changing circumstances and the changing times, those resources have also become valuable economically. Right friends, time and technology are two important factors that can change substances into resources. So time and technology are the two important things. Friends, both are related to the needs of the people. People themselves are most important resource. So you should remember that people are the most important resource. Right friends? It is their ideas, knowledge, inventions and discoveries that lead to the creation of more resources. So it is their ideas, knowledge and inventions, everything, all these things will create more resources. Right friends, we will learn some glossary, that is technology. What is technology? It is the application of latest knowledge and skill in doing or making things. Friends, as we all know, the greater role, the increasing role that has been played by the technology in our day-to-day lives. Right friends, now we will try to understand the types of resources. So resources are generally classified into natural and human-made, natural, human-made and human. So there are three types of resources. First one is natural, second one is human-made, and the third resources is humans themselves. Right friends, natural resources, excuse me friends, resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. So natural resources are drawn from the nature and we use those resources without much modification. Right friends, for some examples, the air we breathe, the water or rivers and lakes, the soils, minerals are natural resources. Right friends, in some cases, tools and technology may be needed to use a natural resource in the best possible way. Friends, for example, we have groundwater, that is a natural resource, but in order to access the groundwater, we need the tube wells. Right friends, natural resources can be broadly categorized into renewable and non-renewable resources. These division you know very well. Friends, renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished quickly. Best examples are air and water in the nature. Right friends? But careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil and forest can affect their stock. So this thing also we know very well because of the uncontrollable use, excessive use of these resources, they are becoming scarce day by day. Right friends? Shortage and drying up of natural water resources is a major problem in many parts of the world today. Excuse me friends. If we try to understand the non-renewable resources, these are those which have a limited stock. Right friends, once the stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. So these are non-renewable energy resources. Friends, the distribution of natural resources depends upon a number of physical factors like terrain, climate and altitude. Friends, the distribution of resources is unequal because these factors differ so much over the earth. So you know very well that the natural resources are not evenly spread on the entire earth. So they depend on these factors, and these factors, combination of these factors changes from place to place. So because of that, the availability of natural resources also differs. Right friends, we will learn one more time, that is stock of resources. Friends, it is the amount of resources available for use. So we call it as stock of resource. Friends, next important thing, human-made resources. Friends, sometimes natural substances become resources only when their original form has been changed. So friends, technology is also a human-made resource, and by using technology, we create some other resources. Right friends, the third important thing is human resources, humans themselves as a resource. Friends, people can make best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, skill and the technology to do so. Friends, that is why human beings are a special resource. People are human resources. So as I already told you, humans are the best resources. Right friends, education and health help in making people a valuable resources. So what makes us valuable resource? Education and health. Right friends, improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. Right friends, we are focusing very much on this aspect, that is human resource development. Right friends, in this picture you can see how people are using their knowledge and how they are why they are a resource, very important resource. You can understand from this picture. Right friends, here we try to know one concept, that is human resource. Friends, this refers to the number, quantity and abilities, mental and physical, of the people. Friends, though there are differing views regarding treatment of humans as a resource, one cannot deny the fact that it is the skills of human that help in transferring the physical material into a valuable resource. Right friends, we will learn one more important term. It's a term. It is very important term, that is sustainable development. Friends, it is carefully utilizing resources so that besides meeting the requirements of the present, also takes care of the future generations. So what is sustainable development? Sustainable development is we use resources for our development, and as well as we conserve the resources for the use of the future generations. That is sustainable development. Right friends, using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. So we have to use resources carefully, and we have to give time to get those resources renewed again. This is called resource conservation. Friends, balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. Friends, each person can contribute by reducing consumption, recycling and reusing things. So friends, this is the 3R formula, that is reduce consumption, recycle and reuse. So this is the best formula for resource conservation. Right friends, we will try to understand some of the principles of sustainable development. Those are respect and care for all forms of life. This is the first one. And improve the quality of human life. Excuse me friends. Friends, the second thing is improve the quality of human life. Friends, by improving the quality of human life, we can reduce the wastage of resources. And the second thing is we can utilize the resources in a best possible way and in an efficient way. Right friends, conserve the earth's vitality and diversity, and minimize the depletion of natural resources, and change personal attitude and practices towards environment. And the last one is enable communities to care for their own environment. Friends, these are some of the important principles of sustainable development. Right friends, the future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. Friends, therefore it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. We have to make sure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. And second one is the diversity of life on the earth is to be conserved, that is biodiversity conservation. And the last thing is the damage to natural environment system is minimized. Alright friends, this is all from this is chapter. This is a small chapter but an important one. So please read once again and try to understand the concepts in a clear way. Thank you friends, thank you for joining me, and see you next time. Have a good day.